Hi, for the last digital artifact, I wanted to do a video and use a treasure chest because we're dealing with assessment and having the right information or the jewels or the treasures of assessment will help new teachers as well as the seasoned teachers to get things done that they need to get done to help the children to be where they need to be and help you to kind of stay organized. That's the main thing. So we should determine prior knowledge and its relationship to current understanding and performance. Children's belief, knowledge, past experience should provide the base for current learning. We compare what students know to what you have taught them or are going to teach them. And you have to look to see if the students are linking their past knowledge with what they're learning right now. Another jewel or treasure is to analyze the information from clues to learning process and strategies. Using present learning to prior knowledge, transfer that learning to another situation. Learning is not always linear. Some students just don't learn right on like how it should be. They might learn in spurts, like here and there, progressing from a novice, which is a beginner, to an expert. Planning strategies. Plan with others like teaching partners or other teachers, like your specialist teachers, if they are physical things, like you would get with your gym teacher, and other educator professionals to assess the need for special education or for behaviors. Know what you want to test or what is relevant. Don't just test to test. Test for what is relevant. Okay, you want to compare your outcomes to curriculum goals, objectives, and standards. Some goals, objectives, and standards can be quite broad. So you should compare them to expected outcomes. Direct comparisons or general comparisons using different language based on age and understanding. For an example, for older students, maybe you would use compare and contrast. And with younger students, you would say something that looks the same or something that is different. It's the same type of lesson, but using the different language or words for your age group. Authenticity. You want to make sure your testing is authentic. That way no one can come back and question. You want to look for patterns, not one-time errors. And you want to use recorded information. Don't rely on yourself, because I know with myself, I forget things. So make sure you're using the information, the results from the information that is given, not if you think you can memorize it. And use many sources or compilations, not just one assessment. So you want to do more than one with the same type. Individual or group strategies for assessment. Assessment reveals strengths and what needs to be taught or learned. Since children learn on different levels, trying to balance teaching needs for one student and the rest of the class is a challenge for any teacher. For one to two students that need a challenge or extra help, small group can help. Or if you're still teaching to the whole group, you want to maybe sit by that student that might be struggling, so that way you're teaching to the whole group, but you're giving them that little bit of one-on-one extra help. And a group, or you could group those with peers, maybe one that understands the lesson with someone that doesn't quite get it. When you group them together, students like to be little teachers, and that will help, and maybe they can explain it better to a student and get them to understand through their words. Interpret and understand the meaning of assessment findings or the data. Use different perspectives and be cautious. Have several hypotheses about possible means, but hold on to them tentatively so that you are open to alternative or alternate perspectives or explanations. And think of how students learn or may understand a concept. They may fall in between what someone should know or what someone thinks that a child should know. And look at them within a band or an interval rather than a specific point on a scale. Kind of give, I guess, a leeway. That's what I would understand it to be. And in variation in development and learning, all children are not the same, nor do they think the same. Some of them think different. They might understand a concept a different way. So you have to be open and available to do different differentiation. And the last one for assessment. Teachers can use the information collected to not only help themselves or help the students to be successful in a subject, but to help themselves. They can see if the way that they are teaching a lesson is coming across, to everyone's understanding. Or is it something they need to look back and reflect on themselves, how they taught it? Maybe they need to tweak it or try a different angle or whatever. Okay, so the assessment helps everyone, not just the students, but it does help the teacher. So here is my treasure chest full of jewels and treasures on assessment, how to gather the information and how to understand the information. Thank you.